Zhongli is one of the most overvalued characters in Genshin Impact, but in order to understand why, we have to understand the role of Zhongli. And at his core, he's a purely defensive character whose main role is to use a second or two of field time to bring a very strong and long-lasting shield to allow characters on the field to withstand the strongest of hits without taking damage. So Zhongli's shield in general is a very strong defensive tool. However, defense is not the win condition of difficult content in Genshin. The win condition is the defeat of enemies, not the survival of your team against an endless wave of enemies. You can easily replace Zhongli with other characters that enable your teams to do much more damage because a team with Zhongli is essentially 3 characters only. Now, you will probably say, if you don't build defense, your characters will end up wiping when your characters die from one hit. Well, here's the thing. If you don't have the offensive power to defeat enemies, you still aren't achieving the win condition of defeating enemies. Sure, you can take your time slowly and whittle down enemies, but Genshin's harder content places you on a time limit, and not achieving the win condition in the specified time may not give you any rewards. Even if you don't bring Zhongli, you still have defensive options like dodging, which gives invincibility frames, along with elemental burst animations, which makes the active character completely invulnerable to direct attacks. There is a reason why Zhongli is considered to be a win-more character. As mentioned before, bringing him means you are running a 3-character team, but when those 3 characters have enough damage to defeat enemies fast enough, Zhongli will thrive. However, in the opposite situation where you lack the damage to defeat enemies quickly, Zhongli will not help you gain more damage and becomes a hindrance, as he's taking a slot that could be dedicated to increasing damage output of your team. For example, if you're running National with Shangling, Xingqiu, and Bennett, in the situation where you need more damage, Raiden, Sucrose, or Kazuha will be far more beneficial than bringing Zhongli. Let's compare Zhongli to other character support options now. Zhongli may bring a 20% resistance shred, but Viridescent Venerer shred from Anemo brings a 40% shred, not to mention the support potential and capability of Anemo supports such as Venti, Sucrose, and Kazuha. Venti has a strong gather, Sucrose strengthens reaction damage, and Kazuha strengthens raw elemental damage. Outside of the Anemo supports, we have Bennett, who is the strongest generic support with a massive attack boost, excellent pyro particle generation, and some healing for on-field characters. Diona shields, heals, and generates an excellent amount of cryo particles. Xingqiu, who deals off-field damage, applies excellent off-field hydro, damage resistance, and stagger resistance with his hydro swords, and also generates a bunch of hydro particles and a small bit of healing. Compare them to Zhongli, who only shields for an incredibly long amount of time with minimal field time and a shred half as effective as Viridescent Venerer. While Zhongli does petrify for less than 4 seconds, it only comes from his burst, which becomes difficult to battery when you aren't running any Geo characters outside of Zhongli. The elemental reaction of freeze is also the same as petrify, but can be refreshed indefinitely, and only relies on applying hydro and cryo together, while not mentioning the benefits of Blizzard Strayer and cryo resonance on frozen enemies. Overall, Zhongli should only be considered if 3 characters are enough to clear the content, because if so, it makes the run much more comfortable as you are able to make more mistakes without being punished as hard, and his minimal field time isn't too intrusive within your rotations. But if you do not have the damage, Zhongli becomes a hindrance, and there are other characters that are more effective in giving a larger damage boost. The only reason I see that you should use Zhongli is in a Ganyu melt team, because Ganyu will pop if an enemy sneezes on her, and because freeze won't be available when Ganyu is melting. Zhongli could genuinely get used in an endless wave game mode in Genshin, but again, the current content requires you to deal a ton of damage within a short time frame. If you've stayed this far, thanks, and I'll see y'all later.